Welcome back. In knight versus pawn ending, everything depends on timing, critical square, and piece maneuvering. Sometimes a knight can stop a pawn that is one square away from promotion. Let's analyze some knight versus pawn endings. Here it is a white to move and pawn is about to promote. If a knight manages to stand directly in front of the pawn, then the position is drawn. Once the knight occupies the promotion square, it can switch from one side to the other and keeping the pawn under control. And the pawn cannot be advanced and knight cannot be driven away. So the position is drawn and this result is valid for four central files C, D, E and F. Let's see another position. What if knight cannot get in front of the pawn? Does the pawn win? The answer is no, because the knight controls the promotion square from the side. Here black plays king d2, white play knight d4, and if black pushes the pawn, white has knight b3 check, immediately forking the king and queen. But if he plays king d1, the white has knight c3 and brings the knight to a2, control the promotion square, and the game is drawn. Let's move to the next position. Against a rook pawn, a knight usually has a very limited option when the king is supporting the pawn from the front. So at first glance, it seems that promotion is certain. However, if the knight can reach to g4, e3, f1 circuit in time, the game can be a draw. And black king cannot drive the knight away because it can simply continue rotating within the circuit. As a result, the position is draw. This defensive circuit is important to remember in rook pawn ending because here knight can hold the draw even without the support of his king. Now let's look at the next position where the knight alone is no longer sufficient to hold the draw. In this position, knight is on f5, so he cannot reach the g4, e3, f1 circuit in time. And without this defensive setup, the knight alone cannot stop the pawn. But here, knight can reach to g3 and create a temporary barrier on e2, e3 and e4 and slowing down black's progress. And this gave white king enough time to guard the knight. And finally, in this position, if black had played king e3 instead of pushing the pawn, then knight can move to f1 and enter into the desired circuit. Notice how the barrier forces the king to take the longer route and giving white king enough time to join the game. When the black king attacks the knight will move to h1, and this is a very common defensive setup. White king will be on f2 and black will be trapped into the corner and the result will be a draw. Let's look at another similar position. Here again, knight creates a barrier on e3, e4, e5 and buying enough time for the king to join the game. So we conclude here that the knight alone cannot stop a 7th rank rook pawn. It needs the king's support to hold the draw. That's an important endgame idea. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.